The Xbox Ally X has just destroyed the competition.
Oh, yeah, so Gamescom has happened. We have seen it.
These features alone have just changed everything.
Before we get any further, I want to say a big thanks to our sponsor for this video. They've helped us come out to Gamescom, make this video possible, and that is, of course, VITURE. People that we love. We've covered their products a lot in the past. They make awesome AR glasses that we've tested on the Ally X, and we've tested on the Switch 2.
Yes.
No doubt. It'll work really well with the Xbox Ally X as well. What's your favourite thing about VITURE glasses?
The absolutely monstrous screen and the fact that they're OLED.
They are fantastic bits of tech and they really do marry up really well with your Ally X. Anyway, more information on them down below, and thanks to VITURE for sponsoring today's video.
XboxOS, that we've been calling it forever now.
Yeah.
It is, it has happened. We've got hands on, we know a little bit more about it. And we can confirm to all of you that said,
yes,
who said about the 50% reduction in processors and everything like that, and that 2 gig of RAM that magically came out of thin air a while ago, they have confirmed that that is the case.
And specifically, it's 2 gig of RAM that it saves for, I guess they'll allocate it to VRAM for when you're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's for games to utilize now instead of system.
Huge, and like we kind of predicted it would be, it's done by reducing all the background processes that you don't need now that Windows 11 is not running its full version.
Yeah.
They're not calling it XboxOS. It's the only thing I'm sad about.
Yeah, I specifically said, didn't I? I said, what are you calling this? And it's like Xbox Big Picture Mode.
Oh, guys,
cool.
Come back to us.
And we were like, we like Xbox OS more, and some of them were like, yeah, so do we. Which is cool.
Okay, and kind of sitting alongside that as well is the aggregated game library.
This is actually really big.
Huge.
More so than just having some tiles like in the big picture mode.
Better than I thought it was going to be. And it turns PC handhelds closer to a console than it's ever been.
Yeah, and that's the aim here is that it brings everything together in one hub, which is great, so that you can have your Epic games, your Steam games, your Ubisoft games, whatever they might be, all in the Xbox big picture mode. But the big thing that really got me excited was the fact that it doesn't kick out to Windows to boot the game. So when you go, I want to play this Steam game, even though you're in big picture mode, it doesn't minimize to Windows and then cause a splash screen to come up before the game goes full
stuck
screen.
Inside big picture.
Yeah, it stays in big picture mode and it just launches the game that way.
One thing I do like that they've brought over from very much from the Xbox world is the recently played tiles.
Yes.
And that aggregates from all of your game launches.
Games. So it doesn't matter what game you've played, it will be there.
The only thing I'm unsure how it's going to negotiate, how you're going to navigate it, is if you've got the same game across multiple libraries. There is a little icon underneath each one. It's like, this is on Steam, this is on Xbox.
Yeah. That's.
But it might get a bit cluttered if you've got lots.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a way to categorize it and filter it and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the same game across different launchers, just install it in one place.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense.
There you go.
I'd like to install all my games. Very true. All right, the one that they wouldn't confirm with us in the morning that had then got confirmed by the afternoon, which really annoyed me. Not that bit or anything. The Compatibility Program, the Handheld Compatibility Program.
We specifically asked this. We were actually the first press media anything in there.
Mainly because we bullied people out the way.
We did, yes. And we were just so eager. We got there before anyone else. Yeah. A lot of questions we asked, they could neither confirm nor deny.
It was very weird, wasn't it?
It was really weird. And we specifically asked about this.
Yeah.
What about the Compatibility Program? Bear in mind, they'd released a tweet.
Well, here we go. ASUS had released a tweet about it, talking about Gears Reloaded, wasn't it? That had passed the compatibility program.
Verified on the Xbox Ally X, it was.
And then about an hour later, ASUS deleted the tweet.
Yeah,
so they obviously released it too early.
Yeah.
So we had seen this and we were like, oh, we'll ask them, at the press event. And he was like, I can't confirm or deny anything about compatibility. And then by the afternoon, it's in the press release. Everyone's seen it now.
Yes.
So there's a compatibility program. And there's 2 or 3 tiers, I guess, technically, because the third tier would be not tested.
Yes.
So you've got handheld, optimized, and then you've got mostly compatible as well.
Yes.
Which kind of sits in line with almost like how the Steam Deck verification works.
Yes.
So it's kind of become a bit of an industry standard with handheld gaming, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is actually going to be better than SteamOS because SteamOS's verified system is almost meaningless. You've got verified games that just do not run in any sense. All it needs to verify is the fact that it launches full screen and it is controller support. And that is it. That's not actually verified on Steam Deck, is it? Because if it's running at 10 FPS, that is not playable. This is different. This will actually, if it says whatever the one that's verified is, that is actually like this will play at a minimum of a locked 30.
Talking of controller support as well, it's not on our list, but just really quickly, Gamepad mode is enabled from boot from day one with your new device.
Yes.
Which is awesome to see. It's such a simple implementation.
Yes.
We saw the rumours that their Windows were working on this anyway.
Yeah.
It's here now.
It's here now. So setting up, you can actually set up Windows with the controller.
Yeah.
And obviously in the combination of the touchscreen. But we asked about this, and certain screens have been completely removed to minimise the time it takes to set these things up.
And certain things like if you're used to using Gamepad on your console or PC and you're used to like the hotkey kind of things you can do on like pin codes and stuff, they've implemented all of that as well.
So we've got a controller keyboard
like left trigger goes to caps, let's say. All of that's implemented.
Yeah, controller keyboard.
Very simple, but like a huge quality of life improvement.
Huge.
And I think you can kind of sum up all of this with like, it's a line in the sand moment where handheld gaming now stops being on the fringes and it's now in the mainstream.
It's stopped being a laptop that's been modded into a controller.
And it's now its own thing.
It's now a game's PC console.
And talking of it being its own thing, one of my biggest bugbears with my LAX experience was anytime I wanted to load a new game in particular, shaders.
Yeah.
Advanced shader delivery for select titles at launch, and I guess it will roll out for more and more as time goes on.
Yes, but it is coming at launch.
And it's incredible how they've implemented it, isn't it? It's essentially, from what I gather, shaders are kind of preloaded as the game is installing.
Yes.
Massive, because the time save there is huge.
Absolutely huge. So when you install that game, it will be alongside installing shaders for that game and compiling them. The only thing I have a question mark on is every time you get a graphics card update, you need to recompile shaders. So will it just do it like as soon as it's updated the system? Will it just go through all your games automatically, or will you then have to boot a game, wait for the shaders like normal?
They were, in general, they were a bit unclear about the what updates are going to be like.
Yes.
That was one thing we wanted to be kind of condensed into maybe the new Armory crate. It was like everything there. Mm-hmm. They were kind of unclear on how that's going to work on a system basis.
He said it was a bit of both. So we directly asked this question. We will do a more deep dive into this, but it seems like it's going to be a bit of both. Some updates are going to be just rolling through XboxOS, and some updates you'll have to back out to Windows for.
The biggest one, the huge one, that's going to actually shake where this sits. It's going to shake everything up.
This changes everything.
The reason for the NPU and its 50 tops, the Z2E AI, we now know.
We know what it's for, and we've been questioning this for months. Like, why have they chosen this? What does it do? And no one would even hint.
Auto super resolution, is that what it is?
Which we are calling ARS.
ARSE.
Yeah, arse. So we've got PlayStation's pisser, and now we've got the Xbox's arse.
Automatic resolution scaling extreme for the Z2E.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But no, it's automatic super resolution. So it's ASR, but we're calling it arse.
AI-based upscaling, thanks to the 50 tops on the Z2E. So it's operating system based.
Yes. So effectively, what this is hardware-based upscaling.
Yes,
We've
it's
pretty
exactly
much got our FSR 4, but this gets even better.
Well, because it's on, it's not done by the developers.
Exactly.
It's done on the system.
This is applied
locally
to any game. It's not needing to be enabled.
The wild thing with this is that when they were first talking about the AI part of this processor in the announcement they did on stage,
it was all Copilot.
It was all about Copilot, and it was all about local AI. And I was trying to read into this. We were both trying to read into it. Go, what are they trying to say?
Yes.
And now that all this arse has come out,
they've shown their arse.
And it makes sense. It's like you now have like this resolution scaling, AI resolution scaling, locally done. So the AI learning is done locally. No need to call an AI server anywhere and pull down like the modeling.
Yeah.
It's all done on your machine, and it doesn't require the developers to implement it.
That
means it can also work alongside anything the developer has done with.
So this actually, you can double stack. Now, I don't know how that's going to play out with latency, so that might not be a good idea.
So in the early, you were reading about this, weren't you? The early tests of ours, that it had a 1 millisecond latency.
It's got 1 frame.
1 frame?
Yeah, 1 frame latency. Longer. So in their testing, bear in mind, this actually dates back to last year.
Yeah.
With Snapdragon-based processors on PCs that were Copilot, AI enabled. So the only information we currently got is from the dev team of Microsoft, only specifically for Snapdragon processors. So obviously they've taken that technology and changed it. So whether or not it's improved, don't know. But they said in their testings that everyone chose the higher frame rate and also the better image clarity over the fact that there was a 1 frame latency. And honestly, looking at their side-by-side stills, they had 1440p native versus a 720p rendered out at 1440p, doubled the frame rate, and it was clear.
Yeah.
And then they stacked it side by side by 720p to 720p, and it was miles.
Just to be clear, this isn't like some of the... We've criticised some like the frame gen models and some of the upscaling stuff in the past as being not great. And that when we talk about it doubling frame rate, we're not talking about like the fake kind of frames you get with frame gen. This is like, because of the lower draw on the processor, because of the smaller resolution, you're now getting a much higher raw frame rate. Yeah, it's going to feel better.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with frame generation.
Yeah.
It's just general upscaling. Like all upscaling works is just rendering out at lower resolution and then having that frame rate there. So this, for example, with that 1440p test that they were talking about, native 1440p, let's say, was 30 FPS. 720p native was running at 60 FPS. That's it. You're going to get that, but with 1 frame of latency for the upscaling.
And I just want to stress, we can't confirm whether that frame of latency is in this model of it.
Because we're going off a year-old data.
And the APU or the NPU that's in the Z2E has the 50 tops, which I've learnt today is also a measure of speed, not size.
Yes.
It means 50 trillion operations per second. You can thank me later.
I just been really proud of this though.
I just remembered it. I was like, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, but telling everyone.
This is incredible because the fact that it doesn't need developers enabling it
it's huge.
Just changes everything. It honestly changes so much.
And it gives a reason for this other processor to exist. It's clear why it's top of the tree as far as AMD's concerned for this generation. Also, it puts the Xbox Ally X at the top of the tree of handhelds of this generation.
Oh, it completely skips them above. All of these things combined, like we were saying at the beginning, this is a major quality of life. And that's exactly what they wanted. Xbox and ASUS, they said, look, we want something that makes gaming on the handheld fun, you know, and easier, and all of this does that.
They've brought high-end handheld gaming much closer to the console market, but without sacrificing the quality of life you get with PC.
Yes,
I think they've done a very good job of kind of finding that compromise without it being a rubbish
Windows.
Yes,
but it's not like you're just running a laptop.
Yeah.
It's not as clunky. You're not beating it into submission. It's just going to work.
There's loads of other things we'll cover about this. We'll go into detail because there's things like new buttons and stuff that are huge.
So much.
There's obviously the ergonomics everyone's going to talk about, the value for money, all the rest of it. We're going to cover. We're going to do as many little videos as we can about this. But the big one we just wanted to get our first reactions in is that I think the Xbox Ally has won.
Oh yeah, this by far. Any of the other ones with the Z2 Extreme.
And not worth it.
Yeah, you just need to get one of these.
And I've changed my opinion, not in a hype basis, just purely on what we've seen and what the potential for this is. My stance on this before we went into is don't bother upgrading if you've got an Ally X.
Oh, this is so true. I hadn't even considered this.
I now think sell your Ally X.
Sell your Ally X.
I think we'll do a video on why.
And buy an Xbox Ally X. So if anyone wants to buy my Ally X,
it's up for sale.
I've actually pre-sold it to someone. I've already pre-sold it.
October 16th it's dropping, so we'll see all about it then.
October 18th, you mean?
Poor old Whitson.
Bye.